Hello students, I'm Anita Abraham, Associate Professor of English. Welcome to the English classroom. This is video number 13 dated 31/7/2020. Today's English lesson is from Semester 2, Unit 1 of the General English curriculum prescribed by Osmania University for students of BA, BCom, BSc and BBA. Today's topic is titled Soft Skills Time Management. If you like my video, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified of subsequent videos. Let's get started. Time management. So our topic for today is the soft skills, time management. It's very important for us to manage our time both in our personal and professional life. Okay, and in professional life here uh, it also means your student life. Okay, and then later when you have your employment, when you get your jobs, then in your professional life. So time management is very important. I think all of us know the saying, time and tide waits for none. It is something that we have no control over, and time is money. Okay, so it's very precious. So it is very important that we use time productively and efficiently so that we are successful both in our professional and in our personal lives. Now let's look at some time bandits. What does bandits mean? Thieves. What are some of the things that steal time away from us unknowingly? We're doing something and then we suddenly realize, oh my God, how did time flies? That's another saying, because it goes so soon. It just disappears and you don't know where you have lost it. And once time is lost, you never get it back. Okay, you don't get a second, you don't get a minute, you don't get an hour, you don't get a day, you don't get a week, you don't get a month, or don't get a year back in life. Once it's gone, it's gone. It just flies away. So there are some time bandits. Bandits means robbers or thieves that we must be very cautious about, and we must manage our time and let not these bandits or thieves that take away time from us manage our lives. And these bandits or time thieves come very silently. We don't know that they're approaching us, and they just take away our time from us. So there are three forms of time bandits, or these kind of interruptions that take away time from us and leave our life in a very disorganized way. What is the first one? It is mind traffic. The second one is paper chase, and third is desk mess. And we will look at all three of them. Paper chase is, usual. Let's look at mind traffic first. That is, the body is present, but the mind is absent. That is, you're lost in your thoughts. Okay, you are not organized. You don't have clarity on what or how to do things. So, you are there, but then you're doing so many things and your mind is not in it, and that takes away time from you. You are not organized, and the mind is cluttered with things to do, or things which you should have done earlier, maybe yesterday or a week before. So your that mind traffic means you are disorganized. You are not functioning in an orderly, organized way, and that can take a lot of your time. So it's very important to manage all the things that we have to do in a very organized way. The other time bandit, or the other thing that takes away our time from us is, or we lose time, is in paper chase. That is self-created paperwork. Again, it comes because we are not organized, and it's everything is a clutter. You're always searching for your notes. You cannot find your books. You cannot find checkbooks. You cannot find important papers. You are redoing the work again, reports, assignments, whatever. Okay, And then there are so many things around you, everything screaming, look at me, I'm important, take care of me. But then it's all in a disarray because you are not organized. Okay, so along with time management comes organizational skills. Okay, so that's very, very important. So whether it is documents that are missing, study notes that are missing, so you're constantly chasing for these papers, and then you are redoing things and not working efficiently. So that's another thing that will take away time from you. Okay, the other thing is called desk mess, and where that is where work piles up. It can be study, it can be professional work, it can be your personal work, and then it becomes confusing because you don't know what to prioritize, because everything seems important, everything seems to be have to be done just now, and you don't know what to do. And then because of this mess, and because work is piling up, whether it's personal or professional, you tend to procrastinate, delay it, and you try to decide this is important, that is not important, I can push this away, I'll do this now, and nothing gets done. So we must follow the 4D rule to eliminate mess, and we will come to the 4D rules. All of us need to practice the 4D rule so that our lives become simpler and we are able to manage time efficiently. We'll come to that. Okay, effective time management starts with clear vision and goals. Okay, so we need to know what to do when and what is important. We need to prioritize. Okay, we need to have timelines and goals and clarity on how these goals and how these timelines should be met. Okay, and we also need to factor in that there could be delays, there could be unanticipated problems that could arise, and those things also need to be factored in so that we manage our time effectively. Okay, so how do you eliminate clutter? The first thing is to be organized. Okay, so use time saving tools like appointment calendars or have to do lists. Okay, to do lists are very, very important. You need to have a little paper boards like this that you write it, and then what is important. Or you could also have a diary, where you just note things down. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So you just note it down, and you are organized, and you have these post-its. Yeah, can you see it? Yeah. So you just paste it where it is important, or you could have post-its like this, that you flag what is important, so that you are being organized. File folders, emails. Okay, and also have an organized workplace, so that you know where your laptop is, you know where your notebooks are, you know where your study notes are, or if you're at a working somewhere, you know where your folders are, so that you're not constantly searching for it. All right, and the other thing is, have an appointment calendar, or even if it is study time, list it and keep, so that you are organized, because you just have 24 hours. You cannot have an hour more during the day. So how much can you achieve in this 24 hours? Okay, so you need to factor in your leisure, you need to factor in traveling, you need to work, you need to factor in a whole lot of things. So prioritize and give time to everything. Don't get burdened and feel overwhelmed that you don't have time, that 24 hours is not enough. 24 hours is plenty of time. An hour is plenty of time, but you need to be organized and you need to eliminate the clutter and be very clear of what is important and what is not. Okay, and then of course use to-do lists for both long term, maybe for a month, for the year also you have plans. Okay, planners these are called, and for days and for week, every day, every week also you need to have to-do lists, so that you keep checking them off, that yes, it's done. Or if for some reason it could not be done, in brackets you write why, and then when are you going to do, set a time line for that. So that will help you manage your time better. Now the 4D rule is very important. This is how you go about it. Okay, so this is the 4D rule. uh, Okay. The first one is urgent, important. Do it now. Okay. So the first D is do it now. So you're prioritizing the list of things that needs to be done. Let's say during the day, during the week, during the month, during the year, your whole life. Okay. However, so urgent and most important, do it now. Okay, so that would be the first D. The second D would be decide when to do it. That is, it is very important, but it is not urgent, but you need to slot in a time for it. You need to allot a time for it because it is important. So in your calendar, in your planning, you need to slot that in so that it gets done. Okay, it is not urgent but important. So that's the second D. So everything that a person needs to do, okay, you need to put it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then look at the third D. That is dump it. Not important, not urgent. So just leave it. Don't do it. Don't waste your time and energy on it. Okay, so just dump it, throw it away, throw it into the dustbin. So you need to decide whether it is important or not. Okay, so the third D would be dump it, to leave it, to just discard it. And then the fourth D is urgent but not important. So something needs to be done, but it is very, very urgent, but then it is not that important. It can wait for some time. So if you can delegate it, give it to somebody to do it, please do it. So learn to delegate also, but don't keep on delegating. Delegate things that where your presence, your personal touch is not necessary. For example, booking the ticket. Let's say we are you have to go to Bangalore next week. Okay, it is urgent that you book the ticket, but it's not important that you do it today or just now. So but you don't have to go to book the ticket. If you can delegate it to somebody to book your ticket, your urgent work gets done and you are saving time. So these are the 4 Ds, and it is very, very important. It is that we have this 4D rule for all the things, whether it is our personal things or whether it's our professional things, and especially in a student's life, this is very, very important. You need to decide when study time is important, when it is important to spend time with your friends, when it is important to enjoy, go for movies, party, or play. So it is very important that we follow these 4D rules. So just let's go through it again. We are what do you call deciding on everything based on two factors: the importance factor and the urgency factor, the high and the low. Okay, so that is the parameter benchmark that we are using. The first one is urgent and important, so we have to do it immediately. The second one is important but not urgent. So decide when you're going to do it. So you need to slot in a lot time for it. The third D is not important, not urgent. Okay, so you just dump it. For example, we had planned for a movie, but then something comes up. Let's say your mother needs to be taken to the hospital. So this is going to a movie is not important. It's not urgent. You just dump it and you do what is urgent and important, taking your mother to the hospital, and you do it now. Okay, and then the fourth D is to delegate it. Delegate it is to give the work to somebody else. That is only when your personal attention is not required, your personal touch is not required, and it is something that can be done by somebody else. It is urgent, the work is urgent, but not so important that it has to be done by you only. So you can delegate it. So this is the 4D rule that we need to take care of. So it's very important that we plan. Planning is very, very essential, just like cluttering or organizing. Okay, so organizing is one thing and planning is the next thing. Okay, at the end of the day, we need to evaluate what we have accomplished, okay, and review the schedule for the following day. That's very, very important. That's when time management happens. So when you have your to-do list for today and you go through it at the end of the day, you realize what has been done, what has not been done, and then and so if something is not being done, it has to be reallocated to some other time. So you have to move your next days or the week schedule around, and then also plan the next day out and slot things that were not done today. Okay, so prioritizing tasks are very, very important. That is, which is the most important, which can wait, which need not be done just now. So we use the ABC rating system for items on the to-do list. A is the items of the highest priority. So you make your to-do list and then you write A, B, C, D against it. A is the one that must be done, the important and the urgent, and the B that can wait, okay, and C can take its own time, or you can even leave it. Okay, look at all of your to-do list to gauge the time requirement and whether additional resources are needed to accomplish them. If yes, also schedule time to obtain those resources. Okay, so it's very easy to say I have to do this and this, but how much time is required for that? Be realistic in your allotment of time. Also, do you require uh, some kind of resources, whether it is in terms of people, in terms of travel, in terms of things? Then you need time to procure those things also, obtain, and so schedule time for that also. Okay, and don't postpone small tasks. For example, something you think, oh, I can do it later. Don't do that. Just do it off and finish, because it gives you a sense of accomplishment. Baby steps, okay, stepping stones to success. Small steps are very important. It gives you a sense of accomplishment, okay, that you have achieved something. And also, when small things are overlooked, it can complicate other larger tasks. So it's better to get things out of the way as and when possible. Okay. Time management, self-assessment is also very important. We need to keep on assessing ourselves, self-assessment, like how, are we on the right path? Do we need to fine-tune our time management? So the first step in enhancing your time management is knowing how we currently spend our time. So realistically, look at a day, okay, in your life, and see, or and jot down all the things that you do, and then you will know what is taking a lot of your time, whether it is important, whether something that's important is not getting the time that it requires, or are you missing out on something important? You need to factor that into your schedule. Okay, and plan your time to allow enough time to study, enough time for each course, each subject, for travel, for spending time with your friends, for playing, whatever it is, completing your assignment. Even if it is at home, you need to do chores for your parents, meet relatives, run errands for your parents or your siblings. We need to factor all those things in, and then also be a good student, be a good worker, be so we are multitasking all the time. We are not in an individual role. You are teacher, mother. For example, I am a teacher, mother, wife, a colleague, holding a position in college, so responsibility. So you need to factor in time for everything, so everything has to be prioritized, and you need to keep on assessing yourself, whether we are managing our time effectively. Only if we are managing our time effectively are we productive. So that's very important. There is no use in spending 10 hours doing something and then nothing comes out of it. So efficiency and productivity is very important, and that comes with time management. And for you students, it's very important for you to plan your day, when you get up, your time in college or coaching center, or you're taking some extra courses, slot in time for play, slot in time for study, slot in time for entertainment, leisure, meeting friends. Okay, develop, if you have a hobby, slot in time for that, completing your assignments, your homework. All that is very, very important. Even preparing for the future. So are you taking some additional course, are you preparing for something? So these things are very important. And then it's very important to evaluate. There are a whole lot of things that a person has to do. So it is very important for us to distinguish, evaluate what is important and what is not important. Okay, for example, during the, let's take a day in our lives. Okay, so we have apart from all the things, let's say you all are studying, I'm working, and then there are mobiles, there is chatting, there is Facebook, there is Twitter, there is movie, there is television, there is gossip. All this is also part of our life. So how much of time is being taken away by these things, which are essential but not very important? They can wait. So learn to say no to interruptions that keep you from your plan. Okay, so you can postpone certain things. I'm not saying that these things are not important. Okay, gossip, of course, I would say is not important. But the other things, yes, for young people, you all are millennials, these things are part of your life. And entertainment, leisure is also, you need to de-stress, you need to relax. So these things are important, but it should be fitting rightly into the schedule or into your to-do list. Okay, don't let it eat your time and allow your productivity and to go down and affect your success in life. Okay, use small amounts of time efficiently. For example, reviewing notes on the bus, or while traveling, or when you're waiting in a queue somewhere. Discuss with classmates and colleagues. Evaluate your use of time periodically and reward yourself for completing a task. So let's say you had decided that you will finish unit 1 of your physics curriculum, and you finished, and you had given yourself a week and you did it. So treat yourself to a movie, go out with your friends for a cold coffee or an ice cream. So that feel good factor is very important, that you have set yourself a goal and you have achieved it. Okay, so that's very, very important. And then also, like the first point there, you're traveling by bus, so it's okay, you spend your time relaxing, listen to some music, that's fine, so that you're not doing that later somewhere. Or if you have slotted a time for listening to music in your day, then you are traveling by bus or by however, you are waiting somewhere, you just flip through your notes and just revise something. So learn to manage your time well. And also, the another thing is, evaluate periodically. Okay, so you have made your schedule, but then evaluate your schedule and see if it is effective time management. All right. Okay, and also it is very important that we set goals for ourselves. We have short term goals and long term goals, and we should be very clear of what our ambition is, our aim is, our goal is in life, and we should work towards it. So that is why time management is important. If we while away time, then we won't accomplish our goals and we will fail in our life. And give priority to those activities that will help us accomplish our goals. So that is why time management is important. We need to allot time to activities, tasks, things that will help us accomplish our goals. Okay, so be very clear about what you want to do in your life. So let's say you want to prepare for, a lot of our students say they want to become civil servants, they want to take the IAS or the IPS or the IFS exam. It doesn't come easy. It requires a lot of preparation. Your ambition is fine, your goals are absolutely fine, but align yourself with your goals. And how do you do that? By managing your time. Make sure that once you have realized that you want to take the IAS exam, then spend, or the civil services exam, what you do is you slot in a time every day for its preparation. You don't crack the civil service exam overnight. You need to put in lot of hard work and make sure that you are scheduled it in your to do list, day after day after day, till the day you accomplish that goal. Okay, and everything is possible with hard work and time management. Okay, now let me talk to you about the Gleacher phenomenon, which is very, very important. It's a formula for success, and it's a formula for time management. And the formula is like this: D into V into F is greater than R. So the three factors that must be present for meaningful change. That is, you must change yourself, you must change your strategy, you must align yourself with your goals and manage your time well. D is dissatisfaction with how things are. V is vision of what is possible. F is first concrete steps that can be taken towards the vision. If the product of these three factors is greater than resistance, R is for resistance or obstacles, then change is possible. If any one of this is absent or low, then the product will be low and therefore not capable of overcoming R, that is resistance. So time management becomes very, very important. Okay, so you need to plan your time, and then factor in, remove all the dissatisfaction, resistance that are blocking you to achieving your vision, your goal, and then manage your time effectively, so that you are able to achieve success both in your personal life and in your professional life. And like all of you all know, time and tide waits for none. Once you lose time, it's lost forever. And as the proverb goes, lost wealth may be regained by hard work. You lose money, you lose your wealth, you get it back. You lose knowledge and you can regain it by dedicated study. But then time lost is lost forever. Time is irreplaceable. You cannot replace it. A minute, a minute, an hour, nothing can come back. It just flies. Time flies and you are not able to hold on to it. So students, it's very important that you manage time, learn time management in your student life, so that you achieve heights of success in your professional and your personal life. So let's wrap up by quickly reviewing what we learned today about time management. Okay, so whether we know it or not, our lives are dictated by time management, either arranged by ourselves or by others. Consider, for example, how a typical day is structured around three meals: your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, or working from 9 in the morning to 5 in the evening. Time management extends beyond daily activities to years portioned off into seasons. There are 4 seasons, okay: winter, summer, spring, and autumn, if it's the western season. But we have what? We have summer, we have a rainy season, and then we have a winter season, and of course we have spring. Okay, so time management extends beyond our daily activities to years, the year being portioned into seasons, which may determine what we wear, where we travel, or the financial year that ranges from the beginning of April to the end of March. So do you see how our lives are, controlled by time management? Time is constantly being divided both in our professional and in our personal life. For many individuals, the most efficient way to keep track of time and thereby keep track of their progress and goals accomplished is by having a daily, weekly, or an annual schedule. This is very, very important. Successful people in life have always had daily schedules, weekly schedules, monthly schedules, and annual schedules. Some people use a planner to keep track of events of their day, while others use a calendar to plan in advance. This is a matter of preference. So whether you are you know what you do is your preference, whether you're using a calendar or a planner, but whatever it is, plan in advance. Okay, a schedule must take into account all the factors of a person's life, be it work deadlines, family commitments, reunion with friends or meeting with friends, company meetings, leisure, entertainment. Everything must be factored in into your schedule. It is just not a study schedule or a work schedule, or just your personal leisure time schedule. It has to factor in every aspect of your life. Okay, only then can we manage our time effectively. Otherwise, time management will go awry. Competently managing our private life and our professional obligation can maximize our efficiency and lead to a non-stressful life. Okay, so if there is no time management in our life, if we don't practice time management in our professional and personal life, we can lead very stressful lives, and that's not very good for us. Okay, if you use a schedule to plan your time, then your schedule should try to take into consideration the nature of tasks that must be completed, okay, and the variables that can influence it. Okay, so there are you are not in control of everything that you do. There are variables, okay, there are external factors that can influence how you complete the task. So you must factor that in too. All right. This means you must consider when the work needs to be completed, how important the work is, and how long it will take to complete it, while taking into account unforeseen circumstances such as falling ill, somebody not being available, resources not reaching you in time, power outrages, okay, internet failure, strikes, okay, all these are external factors that we have no control over, and this can help us prioritize things, okay, and reschedule them if necessary, and allot time at a later day or week, depending on the importance and urgency of the task. Okay, let's list some what do you call tips on how we can manage our time better. First is to set goals. Okay, this can be either private or professional. Private, for example, pursuing a hobby. You decide that you want to take Carnatic music classes or learn dance. So then you need to schedule it. That's your goal. It's your ambition to learn something, a fine art. So schedule it into your day, once a week, twice a week, whatever is possible. Or you want to go for a vacation, family vacation, then schedule it. You just cannot decide one day that you want to go for a family vacation. You need to plan it, from finances to time to place to the people who are coming, are they available. Okay, so many factors need to be taken into consideration. And if it is for your studies, then you are in the semester system, you have your schedule, you have your almanac, you have your curriculum, you are following 4 credit programs, 4 units, you have a set timetable that when your first internal is, when your second internal is, when you need to turn in your assignments, if class seminars needs to be done. So you have your schedule with it, and you have like what, three optionals. You have second language and English, and then you have extracurricular activities. Schedule everything so that you are taking part in everything and you are performing at your optimum. Okay, so plan your day well, plan your work day, which is your, as a student, your student life, the 3 years that you are in college, and then what you want to accomplish in the future. Work towards it. If it's higher studies for the course that you want to do, or if it's an employment, or then work towards it. For example, commerce students keep telling me they want to do CA, then you need to start preparing, like the civil service example that I gave. These things don't happen overnight, and there are so many courses that you can take alongside with your undergraduate course of study. So plan so that you are equipping yourself, managing your time, and empowering and enabling yourself to succeed in life. Okay, so in your professional life also, have goals and manage your time well, so that at the end you're not overwhelmed, you are well prepared, and you suddenly are not feeling that it's too much and you cannot take it and you are very stressed. The next thing that you could do, which is a very important thing, is to keep a to-do list. To-do lists are very, very important. This allows you to keep track of your goals, your short-term goals and your long-term goals, and also ensure that you're not missing out on anything important. You're meeting deadlines. So it is very important that you have planners and you have to-do lists, so that you can check them off as you do it. Reschedule them also if you are running late, or unforeseen things come up, so you can just reschedule and go ahead with life. For example, a good example is what's been happening to us for 4.5 months. Nobody, we all had a plan, yes or no? Okay, and suddenly the world closed down on March 16th because of COVID, and we had to reschedule everything. We had to manage our time, and our schedule and our plans, everything we had to redo. Okay, so this is what happened. For unforeseen things happen, and we need to replan, rethink, reschedule, but then still manage your time efficiently. So I hope all of you all have been doing that during this time, because the online platform have opened up, and there were so many free courses. There still are so many free courses available, because you could have done so many good courses, and built up your capabilities and abilities in the last 4 months. Even if you haven't done it, you can start doing it from tomorrow. Manage your time well. Make sure you're taking courses that are relevant, that will help you in your future study or in your future employment, because you're at home, and online resources are available to you. Okay, the third important thing that you could do to manage your time better is to manage your distractions. Okay, so nowadays it is very easy to lose track of time. We could simply sit and just start browsing the net, and then it could just go on for hours. Sit in front of the television, or start chatting with your friend, texting your friend, and it could just go on, and time flies, and you lose precious time that you will never gain. So it's very important that we have control over our distraction and manage these distractions are part of life. They are essential part of our life in the 21st century. So we need to prioritize and allot certain time for it, and only do it then. Okay, let it not take precedence over other important things in life. Okay, you must be responsible, and make sure that you're working to do that. While you're working, you're not getting distracted. Okay, and do not procrastinate, that is delay things. Okay, so just because this movie is interesting, or this show is interesting, because your friend has called you, you just stop what you're doing, and get distracted and say, okay, I'll do it at another time, but that never gets done, or it's going to eat into something else that needed to be done at that time. So finish whatever you have to do, and then enjoy yourself, relax, and spend time either in front of the television or chatting with your friends or on the internet. Slot time for that also. That is why they say the to-do list. So slot time for this also in your daily schedule, so that you're not missing out on these things which are also important for your these are important for you to distress, these are important for you to relax. So entertainment, leisure is important. Factor that into your daily schedule. And then the most important thing is to remember to relax. Okay, working long hours at a stretch, whether it is studying, working, whatever you're doing, can become unproductive, because it you get drained out, and you start becoming disoriented. So set aside time to relax, take a break, so that you get refreshed, and so that you approach your study or your work or whatever you are doing with a fresh perspective, and with the renewed energy. So students, I hope you realize how important it is to manage time in our lives to make us productive and successful, okay, both in our professional and in our personal life. Time management is a very important soft skill, and it's a very vital 21st century skill, because we are working across cultures, in a global scenario, across time zones. So time management becomes a very important skill that we need to imbibe, and it comes with practice, so that we are efficient and succeed in life. Thank you so much. Take care and stay safe.